Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full day of eating Mexican food, which is something I've never really done before. I think it's going to be good, and I'm also going to set myself a calorie goal of 1,600 calories. Yeah, so Mexican is 100% my favorite type of food. I absolutely love it. Literally went there for Mexican a few days ago, and it was class. But yeah, today I'm going to be trying to make each low-calorie, high-protein recipe as Mexican as it can possibly get. So if you are a fan of Mexican cuisine, you're in for a treat. But yeah, the time is just about 10:30. I am back from the gym. I did what I like to call my focus session. I'll be showing you that a little bit later on, because right now it is time for some Mexican breakfast. So for breakfast, I'm going to be having some Huevos Rancheros, and according to Wikipedia, this is a breakfast dish consisting of eggs served in the style of the traditional large mid-morning fare on rural Mexican farms. I actually don't even know if that sentence makes sense. But yeah, I've made it a couple of times before, and it is really, really nice, really different. So let's get stuck in. So I'm going to start by adding 50 grams of diced white onion to a pan and 50 grams of sliced mixed peppers. Let these cook away for a few minutes. All right, next up I'm going to be using 200 grams of finely chopped tomatoes, and in 200 grams there is only 50 calories. Such a good low-calorie sauce for loads of dishes. Then I'm going to add 50 grams of spinach leaves and some seasonings. So I'm going to be using some sea salt, some smoked paprika, a little bit of cumin, and some cayenne pepper. This is going to be spicy. And for the final couple of ingredients, I'm going to be adding 200 mils of egg whites to a separate pan and 2 eggs to this Huevos Rancheros mix I have going on over here. I am notoriously bad at cracking whole eggs into a pan. Oh, I don't know what it is. And then we let everything cook away for the final few minutes. I added some smoked paprika to my egg whites, and this egg yolk is looking a bit wonky, which I hate, but I still think it's going to be pretty good. Alright, we are good to go, and as you can see, I've created a nice rim effect around the Huevos Rancheros with the egg whites. So if you're someone who, you know, enjoys a good rim, this recipe is good for you. But yeah, as a little extra, I'm going to be using 2 of these brokies. So these are basically low-calorie wafers. I got these in Lidl. I've seen them in, where else have I seen them? I've seen them in Dunn stores as well. And you can get a version in Super Value called Slims. They were in my previous video. I'll go with the Banjaxed egg first. Oh yes, look at that. Apart from the really ugly egg yolk, this looks pretty good. Really, really good, I have to say. Like, nice and spicy, which I do enjoy, but it doesn't blow your head off. And I think the key there is using like a lot of paprika and a lot of sea salt, but a lot less cayenne pepper and a lot less cumin. So there is a lot of flavor, but you know, you're not sitting here sweating. The great thing about it as well, like even if you didn't have the wafers, that's not a game changer. Like, it still is tasty enough, even if you're just like scooping out of the pan and eating it. Delivery from my protein. I can't remember if I ordered just one thing or if I ordered more. So I got some more of the Pump pre-workout. This is a pre-workout with no added caffeine because I am trying to keep my caffeine intake relatively low, failing miserably most of the time. And I also got some liquid chalk because I lost mine. But yeah, this is an absolute game changer, especially on RDLs, because if you think about it, your grip strength is always going to be weaker than your hamstring strength. So we'll get to a stage with RDLs where you just cannot progress any further, because even though your hamstrings can take the extra load, your grip can't. So yeah, I like to use liquid chalk to help with this. Some people prefer to use lifting straps, whatever you want. It doesn't make a huge difference. Yeah, I need to go do some work, and in the meantime, I am going to take you back to my focus session this morning. All right, everyone, what is going on? Welcome to my focus session, and as some of you probably know, I am currently following a split where I train my upper body 2 times per week, my lower body 2 times per week, and my final session of the week is this focus session. And this session is pretty much an upper body session, just with 4 sets of leg extensions at the end, but it is a lot different from my other upper body sessions in the sense that I am only doing isolation exercises in this workout. And the reason for that is because in this session I am focusing more on giving some of the muscle groups that I really want to improve some extra volume for the week, but at the same time, I don't want the intensity, the fatigue and the soreness I experience from this session as high as my other 2 upper body sessions. And this is because these upper body sessions are quite intense, and I just know if I tried to stretch it out to 3 times per week, I'd probably end up feeling under-recovered, probably at risk of picking up a few injuries, and my sessions just wouldn't be as good as they are now. So this focus session is a nice balance between doing a little more each week, but not being stupid and trying to do way more than I can handle. So yeah, just thought I would come on and explain that for you. I hope you are enjoying the video, and I will see you in the next clip. Alright, it is lunchtime and I'm going to be making some low-calorie, high-protein tacos. And tacos are actually something that I've been tempted to make for quite a while. I got on my taco bits in Tesco a couple of days ago, so let's see how they fare out. Alright, so I'm going to start by adding 175 grams of 5% fat mince to a pan. That is going to be followed by 50 grams of diced white onion. I'm gonna add some seasoning, so some smoked paprika, some garlic, and some sea salt. And last but not least, I'm going to be adding 30 grams of green and red jalapenos into the mix. And as the taco mix is cooking away in the pan, I'm gonna chop up some of these mixed leaves into thin strips. And this is 40 grams, by the way. And I'm gonna heat 2 of these taco shells in the oven for a few minutes just to make them nice and crispy. And per taco there is 66 calories, which isn't bad because they are a pretty decent size. Alright, so these babies are nice and warm, nice and toasty, and now it is time to stuff them. These seem a little bit fragile, so I need to be careful not to break them. And as a little extra, I'm going to be using 40 grams of this fat-free quark. So in 40 grams, there is only 25 calories and 4.6 grams of protein. So it's kind of like a little hidden protein source. Not many people know that this is so good for protein. Okay, it is time for some goddamn tacos. I also have a cheeky little bit of quark on the end. The quark is actually such a good addition. I think it's because on their own the tacos are like quite spicy, but when you add in the quark it like cools it down. And adding in some side salad to any meals like this is such a good idea. Like alone those tacos would have looked probably pretty pathetic, but when you add the salad in, it just becomes like a nice, well-rounded, big, voluminous meal. You know when you're like really hungry and you want to make dinner, but you're also so tired and you don't want to make dinner? That is where I am at right now. I think if it wasn't for this video, I would definitely lie here for another 26 minutes at least. This is also a new couch, by the way. It is pretty comfy, and new couches are actually something that myself and Rach are looking at the moment. Hint, hint. Okay, I am up and I am actually going to be making my favorite Mexican dish of all time, which is fajitas. You can actually get an unreal pre-made fajita mix in Aldi. There's only like 454 calories in the whole bag. You get a huge portion, but to keep things interesting, I'm gonna put my own spin on it. Gonna add my own few little bits and pieces. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, step numero uno. 100 grams of sliced mixed peppers, 50 grams of diced white onion, and that is followed by 100 grams of chicken breast pieces. Then I'm gonna add 75 grams of these cooked and peeled, ready to eat prawns into the mix. 30 grams of green and red jalapenos. I'm gonna add about 10 grams of this fajita seasoning that you get from Tesco. Honestly, when Tesco reach out and offer to sponsor one of my videos, that will be a good day. And last but not least, I'm gonna be using 200 grams of this hot sauce. And in 200 grams, there is only 62 calories, which is insanely good. Salsa is so low calorie. And then I am just going to drop the heat for the final few minutes and let it simmer away. And instead of using wraps, I'm gonna use 3 of these mini soft tortilla boats that you get from Tesco. So per boat, there is only 38 calories and they are quite mini, I have to say. But nevertheless, they do the job. Okay, so my love for fajitas might be taking over a little bit here, but I think that this is going to be the best meal today. It smells so good, it looks so good. Let's give it a taste. and it tastes so good. I think the two big game changers here are the prawns. I love that chicken and prawn mix and that fajita seasoning as well. Like, you can do your best with your own fajita seasoning, but buying the pre-made one always turns out a little bit better. Let's give my little mix on the side a taste. And honestly, these meals are so easy to make. Like, maybe except for the Huevos Rancheros, that takes maybe a little bit longer. But the taco meal and this meal took me literally 10 minutes. Alright, so it is time for my final meal of the day. And as these videos usually go, it is more of like a snacky dessert kind of meal. And I am going to be making some churros. And even though churros originated in Spain and Portugal, according to the internet, they did make their way over to Mexico very quickly. They are popular over there to this day. And in a lot of Mexican restaurants I go to, they serve them for dessert. And I'm really in the mood for churros right now, so even if they are not Mexican, they are for the next 20 minutes. So I picked up these 12 filled mini churros from Tesco, and per churro there is only 54 calories, which I think is pretty good. But I have never ever had them before, so I am not even sure what they look like. Okay, so you get some churros like this, and you also get a pack of cinnamon sugar. And in they go for the next 15 minutes. As you can hear, my oven is broken at the moment, making the worst noise ever. So these churros better be worth it. They look kind of good. You're one lucky gal, Rach. Churros and chill. What'd you say?
Funny looking.
They're not as brown as you think they'd be. Right, so there's 12 churros here. I'm gonna have... How many am I gonna have? I'm gonna have 5 of them, and as a dipping sauce, I have 30 grams of chocolate brownie whey protein. So what I basically did was added the whey protein to the bowl, mixed it with water, and boom, here we go. I feel like this is going to be really good. I'm not even messing. Unreal. Rach isn't a big fan of anything proteiny, so if she says this is good, this is really good. So good.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, we have a dilemma on our hands. I'm only meant to have 5, but there's 2 left. It's alright, we won't count this in the video. It doesn't count. Alright everyone, I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope you enjoyed it. The full day of eating Mexican food was actually Rachel's idea. We were initially meant to do another video. I was meant to do a full day of eating like Rachel today, but there was certain logistical issues. Couldn't happen, but it will happen soon. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you comment below and let me know if you did enjoy it. Even if you do one of those 3 things, it really helps a lot. So please do just 1 or 3 or 2. But yeah, me and Rachel are gonna go chill out for the evening and watch a bit of Netflix. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.